told you I was going to buy more. It's just so good. Here on December the 9th of 2021. Yeah, I realized I had to look it up. I'm like, wait, I need to do the 8th and the 9th, right? That's so bright. That's so bright. Yeah. Whatever, man. Whatever. Yeah, because yesterday I fell asleep, played some Animal Crossing. I fell asleep some more. There was more sleep at some point, outside of my usual power nap that I get later. I think I fell asleep like twice at some point. And then I woke up and I was so unmotivated. I'm like, I don't want to do anything. So I was just kind of like, at some point I was like, I need to make the video, and then I would forget. And then I was like, I need to make the video, and then I would forget. And then I'm like, I'll just do it tomorrow. Because it wouldn't be the first day that I skipped. So, but anyway, if you would like to stay for a little story time later, we will do that later, here in a minute. So I need to find the 8th and the 9th. Well, well, look at that. We have the 8th, and we have the 9th. So, so good for us. It's right here, and it's going to be a Pop-Tart blast, whatever. At least they keep surprising me with new flavors, because I don't believe I've had a frosted blueberry one yet. So, yay, frosted blueberry. Blah, 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 blah. And then door 9, we're going to kill this penguin here. Murder. Let's see, somewhere deep inside. I got my fingers on it. Yeah, there we go. It is an original Rice Krispie, because it's a smaller door, so we know that's what we're getting after we... Is YouTube gonna stone me for violence? But we murdered it. We murdered the penguin. So, but I mean, if YouTube stones me, that's also violence. So I don't think it should be allowed. But anyway, yes. So here's our son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Here's our... I think that's upside down. So yay. So now I'll have more snackage over here. I feel like it's way too bright. Is that way too bright? Whee! But yes, story time. Now that we've gotten that out of the way. Do you want to hear how I took it in the face at work? Of course you do. So I was done. Well, I was working 18 to the end, and whoever works 18 to the end kind of works together. Like, sometimes people work on the stuff over here, and other people work on, I don't know. It depends on who's there, who's working, who's in charge, blah, 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 blah. But sometimes they split us up in, like, you know, some people work the chip pallets, some people work the juice pallets, some people work the mixed pallets, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But the person and I that were working aisle 18, I guess, 18 and 19, were done with our stuff, so we were helping clean up. So I was cleaning up some of the stuff from 2021, which is the juice aisle. And, you know, taking back cardboard and whatnot and blah, 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 before we got started zoning, yada, yada, yada. And they had an apple juice, bottle. I kept wanting to say jar. I'm like, that's not correct. They had like a plastic bottle of apple juice that was, it almost looked like it was about ready to explode, so I kind of like pleaded with it when I was opening it. Which did me so much good, now that I think about it. I'm like, please don't explode when I open you. Please don't explode when I open you. But in the back, hey, there's a Granddaddy Longlegs crawling across the floor. You think we can find him? But anyway, down there by the cat toy. Where'd he go? There he is. I think he came in when, I had a thing come in from, a Christmas present come in, actually. For someone. My first Christmas present. But anyway, in the back, by the dairy cooler, there is a sink. Where they will, you know, they used to, I don't know if they still do or not, but they used to, like, if there was, like, a dairy claim or something, they would pour it down the sink and rinse it and whatever and blah, blah, blah. Oh, Minxie found the Granddaddy Longleg. But they don't hurt anything, so I probably shouldn't let Minxie hurt it. It's wandering off. She's just watching it. This is more entertaining, is it not? Oh, he's running, though. He's running, though. Where'd he go? Minxie will find it. Minx! He's okay. He's not doing nothing. Besides sitting there, being terrified, probably. Was that him? Or is that just dirt on the floor? Oh, must not be him. Run! There's plenty of places for it to hide in here. But anyway, yeah, so there's that sink in the back. Sorry, story time keeps getting interrupted for other story time. For action sequence. Have to have an action sequence. Don't want you to get bored. So yes, there's the sink back by the dairy cooler where they will rinse the stuff down the sink and whatever. And he's actually like crawling right across her. So I take this, you know, thing of apple juice to, you know, pour it down the sink and rinse it out and whatever and blah, blah, blah. So that, you know, they can cleanse out the bottle and whatever and it's not a huge mess and they don't make a huge mess and things don't spill and whatever. And I'm not really sure how the sink works, you know. Well, I tried to turn it on first because there's a hot and there's a cold. And then it just kind of seemed like the water was pouring out of this thing on the top, and I'm like, I don't want it to do that, because sometimes they have different pipes going to different things, where it's like, there could be a thing that, like, comes down from the soap, you know, so you have to flip this switch to get the water to come through the right pipe to get to the, you know, the right hose, I guess I should say, not really a pipe, but the right hose, to get it to come out the actual sink part. So, and of course, there's only one there to flip. So I was like, well, maybe I just didn't turn it on enough, or whatever. So I turned it on, and it was like, I finally I saw the water was coming out the hose because they have, like, you know, the pipes, and then they have the actual hose that you're supposed to, like, rinse things off with, kind of like flipped down, in there around, and so I got water to come out of that hose, and I'm like, oh yay, it's ready. And then I was like, well, you know, and there was quite a bit coming out, and I was like, well, I don't want it to just be hot water and, like, scald my hands, so I better turn on the cold water. And then there was way too much water coming out of that hose, and then I thought, oh shit, I need to turn this down or whatever, or maybe at that point, I don't know. At some point, the hose that was flipped over the pipe, like, flopped out. There was so much water coming out the hose that it pushed it up and out and over the pipe, and then it, like, hit the floor, and I think maybe in my panic I was trying to turn it off, but I just turned it on more, and it was just like everywhere. It hit me in the face, went up the wall, went across the fucking hallway, the back hallway, whatever. I noticed later as I was cleaning up that it had, like, sprayed behind me somehow. I don't even know. Just a little bit. But so I'm finally get it turned off. And I'm just like, I have so many water droplets on my glasses, and my face is just soaked. I found water in my fucking ear, like. So yes, I took it in the face at work. if they could get that, if they could go back and get the security cam footage of that and spread that around, that would be great. Me taking it in the face. That should have been a good show. It's not like a donkey show, I suppose, but you get what you pay for. So ridiculous. But anyway, I think I am going to go uptown and maybe do a little bit of Christmas shopping. I already have a few ideas in mind. Because when Mom was here in town over the weekend, we went uptown and we went up to those were the days, the big antique flea market-y thing that's uptown. And we actually went to the nerd shop, which gave me an idea for something. But yeah, I forgot to take my camera with me when we went uptown, but we didn't really find much going on with the Dickens Christmas thing on Saturday. We found a couple of. There was one guy in the back of a shop whittling or something, and when we first got to town, we saw the carolers, but apparently they had just got done singing, and because I mean they were walking around in their big pretty Victorian dresses and whatever. But I don't. There's. I have this thing down here. I don't know if they were singing somewhere, because they usually have them like in the restaurants and stuff and singing and schedule of events. Heroes. Well, they did have it. Live music performances. You just had to be in the right place at the right time. 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. That was at the Old Drum Coffee House. Refreshments, meet and greet with Dr. Best and First Lady Mules and Mule Riders, and the UCM Jazz Band would have been there. And they had the Tiny Tim Soup Stroll, and then they had the Scrooge Spirit Stroll, which there are certain places that you could go to and get little drinks from 2 to 4 p.m., but it's only 21 and up. So, I mean, I guess they had a few things. Cookie decorating. I remember we saw the cookie decorating. There was a guy, chestnuts roasting on an open fire. I've never tried those. I've seen those at the Dickens Christmas before, and many, many years ago, there's video of it when Matt, Katie, and I went to Arrow Rock to do the Heritage Festival or whatever it was that they did down there. I think there was a guy roasting chestnuts down there, but I've never tried them. And it's like, I keep wanting to, but like, they only take cash, and it's like, I don't have cash on me. I need to remember that maybe for next year, so that I can get me some chestnuts, girl. Get some nuts on my chest. I don't think that's what it means, but hey, $2. Who am I to complain? But anyway, so yeah. But I forgot the camera Saturday anyway, so it didn't really matter. But where did we found some? Oh, the poor lady at the Salvation Army who was in the window. they kind of have the doors here, and then there's like a window here, and she was like because she's supposed to be like the living window or whatever. But they had her inside the Salvation Army. Right here is like I think it's like supposed to be their fitting room or something. It doesn't seem like it would be very private, or maybe it's just another display where they hang clothes and you're supposed to look through the clothes. I don't know. And then they had a tree next to that, and then they had this lady's table, so she was like stuck in there. Mom and I went in the Salvation Army, and Mom was gonna buy something from her, but she couldn't find just the right thing. But she took the lady's card and. Because she was looking for something for her friend who she was going to be seeing on Thursday. So it's because I said, I was like, oh, well, the lady, she does commissions, whatever, she might be able to have it ready by Christmas. And she's like, I'm seeing Arlene Thursday. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Whoops. But anyway. Minxie's having crazy time right now. So she couldn't get she finally left the, there she goes after her banana that has apparently the good catnip in it. No, she finally left the Granddaddy Longlegs alone and started playing with her toys in the pile over there, because they're her toys. They don't belong to Referee as well, even though they don't. She's just taking a minute. She's taking it all in. You're high. Yep. Yep. She's enjoying that banana. Oh, such good nip. Such good nip in there. I lost my light. Well, I didn't lose that light, but I lost that one. It's not making much of a difference. But anyway. So, yeah, now we've got day 8 and 9 out of the way. So, on to the double digits. But yeah, I was going to go uptown and do some Christmas shopping. I meant to get out of the house before now, but I fell asleep. So in the middle of Animal Crossing, I woke up and there's the hedgehogs that make the clothes, and the one sister sits in the back of the shop and just sews the entire time. So I woke up to the sounds of a sewing hedgehog. I was like, oh, I'm just standing here in the shop again. As they, the one watches me, thinking I'm going to buy something. And support their livelihood. Shop small business. But, so while I do that, this can upload, hopefully. Or at least mostly upload, I don't know. The longer it gets, the less likely that's to happen. So I'm going to shut up, and I will see you on a day, eventually, again, this month, sometime.